everyone, it's your girl JLB87 here, and today we're gonna get into the new I think it's called Dark Bloom Colourpop Collection. I got two of the palettes. I feel like y'all obviously know which ones I was gonna get. You won't see the red, yellow, warm tone one anywhere in sight because sister girl don't get down like that. But today I figured we could try out both these palettes. I already did the Natasha Denoma trial comb because I figured you all would be more concerned about that. So that will be going up today at 12 o'clock on Saturday. And then I'll try to squeeze these in. I'm gonna try to do these tonight because I already got my setup for my birthday already planned out for the entire week. So I mean, y'all might just get a bonus video of these tonight at like 7 or 8 o'clock. But anyway, this is what the inside of the palette looks like. This one was my all-time favorite one. When I saw it, I just knew. Can't y'all tell? It's like got those grungy blue and gray tones. I'm scared that this one's gonna pop out because it looks like it wants to fall out the pan, if you all can't tell. So that's why I'm kind of holding it with cautious, like please God, do not fall out of this pan. But yeah, so this is what it looks like. It is absolutely stunning and gorgeous. And I actually want to do palette matchup with this one, and I already have a palette in mind for it. Of course, it is the Blue Moon palette. I feel like this palette would just go great with this palette. So we might pull some colors in from this one into this one just to give a more of a blue effect to go with those shimmer shades that have like the shift to blue, if you will. Then I have this one. And this is what it looks like on the inside. Now I was upset with this one because of course they decided they had to put pressed glitter in here, which pissed me off. So this is, I feel like this is supposed to be on sequin shades because it has shimmer in it, but it doesn't look like it's actual shimmer shade. I'm not sure. This one is the one out of the two I'm least impressed with because it just has a whole bunch of brown, some ugly pressed ass glitter, and then it's one shade that they're trying to run with to make it seem like it's a somewhat colorful palette, which it's not. So I brought my Prelude palette from my Prelude Chroma palette from Lime Crime to pair with this one because I wanted some, you know, darker tone mattes. And as y'all saw, there's nothing but brown in this palette, so it's gonna be more like a palette match situation because these palettes to me aren't necessarily cohesive on their own, as sad as that is. But you know, I have no problem palette mashing up anything, so I'll palette mash it up in a minute. So we're just gonna go ahead and get started. This is a fresh face of makeup, so if my under eyes look so powdery and, you know, I guess dark, if you will. But yeah, that's pretty much all I had to say. They retail for $14, but I had a coupon off on Ulta for my birthday. They gave me, I think, $10 off or whatever. So these end up both being like 20 bucks. So I think I paid $9 a piece, and then I had to pay I believe I had to pay ship. No, I had to pay taxes, and then they end up being like 19 something. So they're under 20 bucks for both of them. I wish I could have gone to the store and got them, but I had already paid for them to get mailed in, and by the time I went to Sephora, they hadn't, you know, they had I mean, not Sephora, Ulta, they had come in, but it was like it was the day before I was supposed to get the packages mailed to my house. I was like, you know, whatever. Anyway, oh, I have exciting news. So I don't know if you all saw, but matter of fact, I had to go to Ulta to return these lip gloss. I had ordered the Hala set. Shout out to Beauty Deals BFF. She had found that it was on sale for like $12 on Ulta's website, but they said they couldn't honor it because, you know, of whatever BS excuse they had come up with. So they were like, you could return the lip gloss and that'd be fine. I'm like, well, yeah, I don't want too many lip glosses for like damn near 20 bucks because with that order, I had to pay the $6 shipping, even though I am a diamond. So we're just gonna take the we'll take Primer Potion. But anyway, so when I was in there, they had a new Wet n Wild display. So I was like, I'll take a picture of it and I'll post it to my Instagram because I was like, you know, why not? I'm standing in line. I'm literally standing right in front of this thing. Turns out it was their holiday collection. And I didn't like read it say holiday collection. I just took a picture of it because I was like, oh, new Wet n Wild collection. I haven't seen this on Trendmood or anywhere else. So I'm going to just like post a picture and see how it goes. So I posted it. And then shout out again to Beauty Deals BFF. She tagged Hot Fire Makeup in it. And so she posted and she's talking about it was Wet n Wild's holiday collection and nobody has seen it out yet. And I just made the joke. I'm like, has anybody else seen this? Or am I like the last person to the party, you know, with the laughing emoji or whatever? And from there, like that post went like viral. Like you all will see that Wet n Wild collection picture. You see it on Trendmood's page. You see it on Hot Fire Makeup's page. And then like a couple other people posted it after that. Because I got somebody posted my picture in their story and mentioned me. And then somebody else had posted my picture after that. So like, I was like, oh, wow. Okay. I never thought like it was going to be that big. I just took a picture of it because I hadn't seen anybody else talk about it. So I was just like, And y'all, I'm so proud of myself. I actually had brushes taken out ahead of time today. I got a whole little set over here that I already took out to make sure that I didn't have to dig through brushes as I talk. Okay, let's see. Now, which one of the brushes that I already picked out do I want to use? Is the question. Okay, I'm gonna start out with I'm thinking maybe we should start off with this shade right here, because I kind of want to do that one, and then maybe move into the crease with like this one or the gray one. So let's do that. Take that dark shade at the bottom. It's called Stunner. But yeah, that was how my I think it was, I forgot what day that was, but I was just too done. I was like, what? I'll just blend out quite nicely. Okay. And I didn't dip into it that much in order to get the pigmentation I'm getting, so that's cool. That was my like highlight of the week. Trend Mood like reposted a picture that I had taken at the altar down the street from my house, and I was like, yes, I'm that chick. That was official. So I'm thinking I might do 2 different eye looks, like so I can get the palette mash out the way in this video, and just have one eye with the Blue Moon palette here along with this palette, and then one eye with just an eye look from this palette, so we can get an idea of, you know, how it works. But the formula on this is actually pretty nice. And y'all know Colourpop been doing hit and miss lately, so I'm just kind of like, So I was curious to see how this one was going to work, since, you know, they be hitting or missing a lot lately. I mean, like a lot. Next, we're going to take the shade Lounge right here. I told y'all we was going to do that one. So let's go ahead and do that one. I'm going to take the same brush and just go into Lounge and start putting that in the crease. Because why not? And then I think I'll take that lighter gray shade and just dust it over all this stuff. So I thought Lounge was going to be a little more like purple-esque, if you will, but I feel like it's not really picking up on camera that much. And I'm having to dip into that one quite a bit more than I had to in the first one that we put on the outer V. The darker navy shade. Y'all, I don't know what's going, and see, I feel like they just blended together, but in all fairness, I did use the same brush, so that could be it. You see what I'm saying? Like my crease looks all the same color to me. Like I don't see any difference in variation whatsoever. It's kind of disappointing. So I put Flako Flush on my cheeks today, but oh God, look at all the damn fallout. And I didn't bring the powder brush in here to wipe it off. But yeah, I got fallout on my cheek down here from that blue shade just blended in the crease, and like it's like sticking right there. So hold on, let me go get a brush, because this ain't. Okay, so now we're gonna take the gray shade BB right here and just dust that over what we got going on right here. So let me find a brush for that real quick. Take my, where is it? I have 2 of them and I don't want to use this one, so I'm going to use the other one. Here it is. It's easy to find, thank goodness. So I'm going to take BB and just blend it over the top of all this other stuff. Even though maybe I should be using a lighter one because of the tones I already have up here. But this one is light enough because it's doing what I want it to do, so that works. You know, I need to get back on posting my pictures. I haven't posted any like actual makeup products on my IG like in a minute. So I'm thinking about just doing a whole like what is it called, photo dump of the holiday collection of all the holiday palettes I bought. I think I did pictures of holiday highlighters I bought. If not, I'll maybe do that the next day. I've been mainly focused on like videos and just pictures of upcoming pictures of looks for upcoming videos and stuff like that. So I'm like, I need to get back into trying to post more on there. Okay, I'm gonna take this Wet n Wild blender brush and just blend over all this. So far, this is my type of eye. Y'all know I'm all about the smokiness. Like, we just this lovely little smoky lady over here. So yeah, definitely feeling that. So now we got not that many shimmers. It's like 3 shimmers. So I'm gonna swatch the 3 shimmers and then we will decide what to put on the eye. And this is, see, that's a sequin shade. That's not really a shimmer. So technically we only have 2 shimmers in here. And one seems like it's more like a topper situation. And then hopefully this other one is actually an impactful shimmer. No, like all these are like topper shades. Yeah, so this is not a standalone palette for me at all, because that's the sequin. I thought it was a shimmer, and then these two are topper shades. And what are you supposed to top it on top of? I don't have like a metallic for me to put it on. So yeah, we're definitely going to be dipping into this palette right here, because at least it has some shimmers. So I'm thinking I want to dip into Tide Pool. Sorry, no, Mad About You, and then just put those shimmers on top, because we're going to stick to the smoky look of it. So I'm gonna swatch Tide Pool. And even though it's more of a satin, that's fine, because we're gonna top it with something else. So yeah, we're gonna put this one on the lid, and then we'll pick one of these to top it with. I might top it with both of them just because I don't have too much to pick from, and then we'll have to take a shimmer out of here for the inner corner. So far they're not impressing me, just because this isn't a cohesive palette. I have to pull from other palettes. Not that they don't make a million palettes, but that's not the point. Like, what if I just wanted to use this palette? I can't, because you haven't given me enough to just use this palette with. So with that brush, I'm gonna take this Alter Ego #1 brush and go into that Mad About You shade to put it all over the lid. So technically, I guess this is a palette master. So I just used the other eye for another look. And because it's satin, it's gonna take some building up to get to where I want it to be before we can even add the other shimmers on top of it, or other satins on top of it, if you will. So so that works. Now we're gonna go into those two shades. I don't know which order I'm gonna put them in. I'm probably gonna go with the shade Noble first, and then I'll do Ritzy on top of that one. So I'm gonna just take my finger and just put it on top. So that's that darker shade Noble. As you can see, it kind of dulled down the look of it, but I mean, like, I guess that's okay. And then we're gonna take the shade Ritzy on top of that one. So we'll see how well that goes. I'm trying to just focus that one more toward the, okay. So this is one I should have put on first, because this one is definitely giving me more volume, pow in your face, like pigmentation, if y'all can't see right there. So yeah, I should have put this one on first, because the other one is not really making any point. And now they're both really just pretty much covering up like the whole blue situation I got going on. So it's like maybe I should put on a lighter blue and then put these on top, because now I'm just gonna like, And they already came out with their holiday collection, or like pictures of their holiday collection. So I'm like, okay. But yeah, so these just, because these colors have disappointed me, truly. I'm gonna take that blue shade and put more of that toward the outer view right here. I kind of wish I had just left the blue that I had on there and not added the shimmers that came in this palette, because I feel like they just dulled it down and made it look, well, kind of boring. But, you know, we were supposed to be using this palette, not the Blue Moon palette, but kind of wish I'd only used the Blue Moon palette now. But yeah, so this is our look with this one right here. I think it's going to be, I don't know, why am I putting it back in the box? Let's find an inner corner shade to put on. I'm thinking Tide Pool or Billie Jean, so I'll swatch both of them and then we can figure out life. So those are Billie Jean and Tide Pool. I think I want to put Tide Pool in the inner corner just because I lost the blue when I put those two shades on top, and I kind of want to bring it back. So I think I'm going to take Tide Pool. Let me get a inner corner brush real quick. I'm gonna go ahead and take this Luxie Beauty brush, put Tide Pool in the inner corner to bring some of that pop back. There is this one called Looney, but I just don't want to necessarily use that one, because I feel like it just gives off more of the shade of See, that's Lumi, and I feel like it's just giving off more of the vibe of what we already got, which is quite frosted and dark, and I want some type of brightness brought back to the look, so we'll put Tide Pool in. Yeah, I'm liking that a lot better. I lost my blue, but it has been found and retrieved, so I'm good now. Okay, y'all, so let's get into this next palette and get our next look done. As you can see, like I said, this one is quite boring, and I thought this was gonna be like a matte that isn't like a sequin matte, but let's see how I feel about it. I'll try to blend it in the outer V, and then if I don't like it, then I will go into the chroma palette here and use that. But I kind of want to use this in the outer V and then put that sequin shade in the crease and then use the shimmer. So I think I'm going to end up doing it that way. We're going to take this one from the chroma palette and put that in the outer V, and then we'll see how this blends in the crease, Monaco, and then we'll go from there. So let me see. Take this little Luxie small, what is it, angled brush? Sorry, mini angled brush. And go into this color Cypress, which is what the dark purple is called. And y'all, I'm so disappointed so far with these palettes. Because it's like, colors just aren't popping and hitting it like I want them to. And y'all know I love me a grungy look, but it's like I still need some shimmers to go with the grungy look. And I feel like that's where these palettes are lacking. And then they had the balls to put like a pressed glitter, even though people keep telling y'all bitch asses they don't want these fucking pressed glitters. What are you not understanding? Everyone keeps telling them, we don't want pressed glitters, we don't want pressed glitters. And what do they keep doing besides giving us pressed glitters that we told them we don't want? Okay, I'm taking the shade Monaco now. We're going to see how this works out in the crease since, you know, it has the shimmer in it and I'm not feeling that. It's a gorgeous color, but... See, the color looks nice. It's just, I can see the sequin in my crease, and I'm like, I didn't ask for that. I don't want that. Who told you I wanted that? Because they lied, is how I'm feeling. But I'm loving this color combination. Like, y'all, I'm here for it. I mean, it's making it easier to blend, but again, I don't want a shimmery crease. So, about that, I'm going to take the same brush I used before to dust over. Since they're both like darker tones, I feel like I don't need to get another brush dirty. So I'm going to just go ahead and use this one. Okay, so that's looking good enough. Let us figure out a shimmer, because there's only 3 in here, but at least I have an inner corner, like a lid, hopefully, and like a topper, if you will. So I'm just swatch all 3 of those. 1, 2. Yeah, that's definitely a topper. And 3. Okay, so again, all of these are starting to look like toppers again. So I'm like, oh God. The only one that isn't a topper is this one. So this is a good inner corner, but these 2 to me look like toppers. So I'll probably have to put this one on the lid and then add that to the top and then put this in the crease. But at least, I mean, in the inner corner, but at least they gave me something as opposed to the other palette that literally only had like topper-esque type shades, which I was not feeling. So what I'm gonna do is turn this brush over. I use the blue from the Tide Pool palette, and then take, let's say, Lavish, which is this one right here, and put that on the lid. Then we'll take this shade right here, Weed, and put it on top of, or is it Need? Sorry, Need, and put it on top of that. And then we'll put this shade called Halls in the inner corner. So let's see how well this works. Because I'm like, if this shade doesn't show up the way I wanted to, I was so gonna go in this Lime Crime palette and take the shade Nymph, because that's what this shade is reminding me of. So I will do swatch comparisons at the end to compare these shades to the Chroma palette, but I'm liking this eye way better than this one just because at least I can use more shades in this palette. Now I still did have to dip outside this palette in order to get like that cool outer V shade that we have, but at least, you know, I could just use that. And I'm trying to debate now, do I want to put that shade on top? Just because, well, I might put it toward the back of the eye. Let's see. Or toward the front of the eye. No, I'm thinking like the back. Like back in here. See, on top of the base, it looks nice, but I have a feeling if I had just put that on top of my eye, it would not look as nice as it does. I'm patting a little bit more like halfway type thing, so it looks like that dual chrome thing I was telling you about, where you put two different shimmers on the lid and it looks like you have on dual chrome and you don't. So yeah, I'm definitely feeling this eye way more than the other one. I kind of want to pat this all over the lid. But yeah, we're just gonna leave it about right there. So that works. Now let's go in. I'm trying to decide, should we dust over this eye to make it look a little less harsh? And I'm thinking we should. So I'm gonna take the shade Dusk, this one right here, and take me a nice little brush over the top of that. So let me see, where is that brush? Here it is, my Luxie Mini tapered brush. Take the shade Dusk and dust over this palette right here. I mean, over this colors right here. Kind of soften it up a bit. I used to go get gas on today, you guys, but I don't think I'm gonna go because I'm like, where am I going besides like home one day and I have to go to the doctor, and then like I can come back and during the week buy it, because my mom says it's cheaper to buy gas during the week than on the weekend. I'm like, work for me, because I'll be out here like all week with Adriangameover, and he has no school, so I'm sure he will be happy to have like the hot spot and all of that, and he can do what he needs to do, which is, I mean, he doesn't really have anything he needs to do because he's a child, but you know what I mean. Yeah, I'm definitely feeling this eye way more than this one, and I thought I was gonna like this palette way better. In a corner color, we're gonna take the champagne shade and just put that in the inner corner real quick. Pull up a little bit in the eye. Okay, so let's talk about our thoughts on these palettes. Hold up, let me just this little part right here real quick. Okay, so my thoughts on these palettes. I feel like I made it pretty clear as I was doing the tutorial, but you know, just in case you can catch the hint, I'm not really a fan of this one, and this is the one I was most excited for because of its color story, but I just feel like it doesn't really have any shimmers that you can use on their own. Everything seems to be more of like a satiny type topper type shade, if you will. Then a lot of these sequin shades in here I don't like, because I don't like sequin shades. I mean, that green one worked out okay, but I still see the glitter in my crease and I don't like that. And then there, like I said, there aren't any shimmers to put with this. So I don't necessarily recommend this palette. I mean, if you want to pair it with another palette and you just really like the color story, catch it at a sale. Do not pay regular price for this. Do not pay $14 for this. Wait till you can get it for like $8 or $9 like I did. That's why I'm fine with it, because like I said, I'm going to be pairing it with this palette to make it work best for me, because I knew you all would most likely want to review on it, so that's why I had and got it. Surprisingly enough, I would tell you to get this one, because I feel like this one is way better than that one, just because at least you get two actual shimmer shades, and then this nice topper shade that you saw I put on top of this one, and this looks just gorgeous. Look at that. Like, it looks really nice. Now as far as outer crease colors, I mean, I could have used this shade instead of the shade I chose. I just wanted to use a more berry tone shade because I thought it would be a nice contrast of colors from having the Chroma palette here, so I knew they would look good together, because I believe I can give you all a look with this one and this one together if I remember correctly, and it looked quite nice. So I wanted to try it out with this as well and see if this green would rise to the challenge of the other green in that palette, which it does. So, you know, it's great. If I had to recommend one, I would definitely say go and get this one, despite the fact that they insist on putting pressed glitter in here instead of just giving us, you know, like a normal shimmer shade. But I recommend it all the same. Just don't waste your time on the cool tone one, because you're not, I feel like it's not a complete palette. Now, if you don't mind pairing it with something else, then, you know, go right ahead and get it, sis. But again, I still say get it at a sale. And this is one of the nicer Colourpop palettes that has come out this year, but I still say get it at a sale. So I'm gonna start off with the one I like the best, of course. I'm gonna swatch some shades in this one, comparing it to the Prelude Chroma palette, since that was the one I was most excited about getting. So I'm gonna take the shade Genesis here. It's weird, it's not swatching that well, which I don't understand. Because I don't have a problem building it up, so why it's not swatching well, I don't know. Anyway, let's take this shade. Colourpop one I'm having. Okay, it's finally building up. So this is the Colourpop one, of course, because it's the one with all the glitter in it, and that's the shade Genesis in the Chroma palette. So I feel like they look pretty similar. Let's see what else is similar in here. Obviously, I don't need to swatch the deep berry tone because it's not the same. There's not that many tones in here that are the same, but you know, a couple of the shimmers I felt like look similar, so that's why I went ahead and got it. Like there's Triumph, and then there's the one that's in my inner corner now, so that's one that's in my inner corner now. And shade Triumph is more like a topper shade, but I feel like they have similar colors. Okay, no, so the Triumph shade is a little bit darker and more of like a topper S type shade. So this is the one from Colourpop, and this is the one from Lime Crime. I'll wipe my fingers off, and then we can get these next 2 shades, or I think it's 1 shade, because the other shade I feel like isn't gonna be similar at all, but I'll try it. So take the Lime Crime shade. Oh, the Lime Crime shade is much more buttery than the Colourpop one, and it's much more vibrant as well. So this is the Lime Crime, and that is the Colourpop. As you can see, it's blended in quite well with my skin tone, this one right here. But I'm going to take the more duochrome type topperish shade from here, and then this Lime Crime shade. I knew they weren't gonna be close, but I figured I would try it anyway since we have both the palettes here. So yeah, see, they're not the same at all. Like this is the Lime Crime Chroma shade, and then this is the Colourpop shade. This is the one that's on my lid right now over here, so you can get a better idea of what it looks like. Because again, I feel like they're blending in pretty well with my skin tone, so it's not as, you know, obvious. But I think that's pretty much it. Let me try this one more shade. Yeah, I didn't think this was going to be similar with this. There's one more shade in the Chroma palette I want to try, so I swatched this one. As you can see, it's still not the same as this one from Colourpop, so they are not the same, but I felt like they had some similar tones in them, so I wanted to point it out just in case you do have the Chroma palette, because I know I gave at least one of y'all the Chroma palette in a giveaway. So now we're going to go into this one. Now, I don't think I have that much that matches this one. However, I did bring my stiletto from Marc Jacobs to see if any tones in here were similar, along with my Pretty Cool palette from Dose of Colors. So let me swipe these off my arm, and then we can get to the new ones. Yeah. Okay, swatching eyeshadows at 10 something in the morning, child. Okay, so off glance, none of these are similar to anything in that palette, so I didn't need to bring this one. I mean, there's one shade that might be similar. It's called Lounge, so let's swatch Lounge against the Dose of Colors palette. It's weird because when I'm swatching, it has like a grayish undertone to it. When you look at it, it just looks like a chocolate brownish type shade. And I can already see that the Dose of Color one looks like it's a little lighter and more chocolatey brown, and this one seems like a more grayish undertone brown. So this is Colourpop, and that's Dose of Color. So as you can see, they're not the same. I didn't think they were, but like I said, since I had both of them and we were already here, I figured I'd go ahead and swatch it. So there's only one shade that's similar in the Pretty Cool palette to that one. I don't know what it is about my Pretty Cool palette, but it never wants to like close properly. So that's annoying. Next one, we're going to sit to Marc Jacobs Stiletto one, because I feel like that one has a little bit more of the same tones. And I mean, like a little bit just by the slightest, like this black tone. I'm going to swatch against the one I put on my outer V, which is called Stunner, which is, to me, seems like more of navy bluish type shade. But again, we have both of them here. You might as well swatch while we're here. So yeah, I was right. This one is more of a navy tone, and this is, well, obviously a black. And the shimmers in the Marc Jacobs palettes aren't that great either. So it's like the Colourpop ones match them when it comes to that. But as far as tones go, I don't know how well that's going to go. I'm going to swatch this grayish shade at the top called Bougie against the more cream shade, even though, again, I know they're most likely not going to work. So, actually, they look pretty close. You can see a little bit of the grayish, white, chalky gray underneath here. And this is the one from the Marc Jacobs one, but, you know, those aren't shades I'm going to use, but I know everybody that watches me doesn't look like me, so that's why I went ahead and swatched it. I don't see too much of anything else in here that matches. How about that? Let's try out, well, I'll try this sequency shading. It's this more purpley-ish type matte from Marc Jacobs. Then we'll take this one. But it's going to have the sequence in it, so they're still not going to be exactly the same. But to me, they're kind of close. Like, this is the Colourpop one with the sequence in it. And this is the Marc Jacobs one. So I feel like they look somewhat similar. None of the other things match because, like, the shimmers in the Marc Jacobs aren't going to match these. But I will swatch the shimmers in the Marc Jacobs just so you can see that they don't match. Since like I said, I'm sitting here with the palette, might as well. Okay, so these are the last shades in here. These two are from the Marc Jacobs palette, and then these two are from the Colourpop palette. So as you can see, now that the shimmers match, this one somewhat matches, but this one has way more reflective glitters in it. It's quite more vibrant. So these are the swatches of the Marc Jacobs and the Dose of Colors along with this Colourpop palette. So like I told y'all, I say wait as far as buying it. Wait till you can get it on sale. I know they have those $3.50 off coupons at Ulta. Maybe like buy it when you score with that, or if they have a deal going on, then get it. But I'm not going to tell you to just go out and buy these because I personally do not feel like they're worth it in the slightest bit. And if I did tell you to get one, I told you which one to get. The one with the pressed glitter in it, unfortunately. So yeah, if you're going to get one, definitely make sure you get this one right here. But anyway, those are my thoughts on both of these palettes from the Dark Bloom collection. I believe that's what people are calling this. Don't quote me. But anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this video. Remember, you all are dimes, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.